So, Gaffer, difficult result today and probably not the performance we were looking to put in.
You know what? Performance-wise, I think watching it back, I think stats-wise, I think they would have been quite high in terms of our possession at times. I think our entries into the box would have been more than theirs. I think we had more set pieces. So I think we in terms of stats and performance, it wasn't that bad. I think it was just two good sides because we did it at their place. It was moments of quality, and I think that's what we lacked. I think the game as a whole lacked quality. Probably wasn't a fantastic watch for fans coming in. We had a good opportunity the back end of the game, and we huffed and puffed, and things were going into the box. We had a few wide area opportunities, balls delivered into the box, and half chances and stuff like that. But yeah, we weren't fantastic today, and I've said to them that we're at the start of a project, but if we're not performing, and we're now 3-4 months into it, we're not running before we can walk. This isn't affecting our league position. We wanted to go and have a run in the trophy. Ultimately, we're here to make sure we're not finishing 12th and 13th. We want to be in and around the playoffs. Yes, it's the first season, but that's what we want to do. But I've said to them, this is a young side. It's something which we wanted to start from scratch with, to make sure we've got a core of young players, not just spending money. We're probably the lowest financially that it's been, because of having young players and wanting to get that affiliation and make it that family club. But in doing so, I've said to the players, this isn't a ticket to underperform or to keep having opportunities, because those opportunities won't always be there. They're at a fantastic football club. They're at a big football club for a lot of them that haven't played at bigger clubs like this, because it's a massive football club with a big fan base. But they have to grasp that and take the opportunities and learn from mistakes, because I think at the minute we're not really learning from mistakes. We go and win 2 or 3 on the trot and everything looks great, and then all of a sudden, when we really need to dig in, or we need to be better in a tougher game, we seem to concede a sloppy goal. Kettering, we seem to just be soft. Just be soft. The goal they score is it's in the box, a soft goal. And I think today the goal's soft. We can deal with it at so many moments, with a better head out, with a foul maybe, just to make sure that they're not running through, but we don't. And I think we're a little bit soft and naive at times, and it's something that we've talked about in there now, that we have to be better with. And like I say, it isn't sort of bawling and shouting. I just think we're disappointed because everyone wants a trophy run, but ultimately we want to be finishing in strong in the league, and now all our focus is now on that. We'll have a run out for players obviously on Tuesday, but we'll ultimately we want to be better in the league, and we've got massive home games coming up. I've just done an interview then, and they mentioned that our home form hasn't been great. Why? Not so sure. And I actually said to them, I'm not so sure. I think we've got a good away record, but being here has to be a fortress, and ultimately we've lost 2 league games, haven't we, this season here. We want to get to Christmas having only lost 2, and to do that again, as frustrating it is for supporters, and we need them for the next couple of Saturdays. We need an atmosphere. I think there's been games where it's been quiet, and we need that little bit of a kick, and that was something that we talked about in the summer. Everyone's on the journey together. Let's try and make it an atmosphere. Let's try and really push the lads on, because if we're not playing particularly well, it's good to have that backing behind us. So we need that for the next 2 league games especially, because by doing that it puts us effectively quarter of a season, and we are where we want to be. I still have to remind the players, because I think they come off and they carry a lot on their shoulders of expectations. At this stage of the season, nothing is won, nothing is lost, but we are where we are at the minute, and I think is it 3rd, and it's a tight league, and it's the tight games we're going to have to win. And this was a tight game today, and we we need to learn to make sure that we're better, we come out better, we make better decisions in the final third, and ultimately we'll hopefully turn those tight games into wins. We've done it a few times, like Royston, the Barwar game, we drew 0-0 here. That was a tight game. St Ives, but we need to do it more so against the top teams, and Alvechurch are a top team, Kettering are a top team. We need to do it against those teams.
And how do you think we improve that final ball into the box and that last little bit of quality?
You know what? We just keep working. We keep working. We've got some good players, and on any given day that we've got lads that can do special things. They just need time, and yes, I brought them to the football club. Your Myros, your Vermas, they are very sort of young in their development. Sam coming in, he's very young in his development, but we're here to coach them. We're not here to just build a side on experience and financial sort of power. We're trying to build something. It's easy for me to come in and just go and try and sign as many experienced players as we can, but I think that's happened at this football club over the years, and it's not really benefited it. And I think now we're getting a good young core, and if your Myros and Tamanis and Vermas, Alex coming in, Will, we've got Jesse, Fletch. If they can become more consistent, then over the next number of years, we'll have a very good side. But we have to take the fact that they need developing and they need coaching, and that's what we're going to do. And we'll work on final third stuff. And I'm hoping, in a month's time, we're talking about some of these boys doing really well and on fire and scoring lots of goals and creating lots of chances. And like I say, it's all part of their development, but we do need to make sure in these tight games. I think today we had one where Ethan's ran through, and if he scores, I think we get what we deserve. I think a draw would have been a fair result. Probably would have ended up going to penalties, and then it's a lottery. But now it's disappointed with naivety at times, and that's from everybody, not just the young lads. The more established players who have played at the level and have had hundreds of games at this level, they need to be a little bit better at certain moments to help some of the younger lads.
And we saw Alex Worley make his debut. How do you think he did this afternoon?
Yeah, I thought Alex did well. Look, he hasn't played for a while, and if Jesse had been fit, then he probably would have come from the bench. But he started and he done well. And like I say, he's a good young player, and he's someone that we can try and develop and mould into what we want. And like I say, look, I thought he played well. It's just disappointing, just the manner of the defeat, the way it's happened, the fact that Ollie's, I don't even think he's made a save again. He's just picked one out of the net and ate the post from the free kick, and the only time he's moved his hands is to block the sun, and it's just like, but we've lost. So, but you know what, within time the lads will understand, and there'll be better game management and be a little bit more game savvy, and these sort of days will happen less and less.
And we look to Sporting Calcer on Tuesday night in the Walsall Cup.
Yeah, you know what, we're in it, so we can give some of the lads that haven't been playing minutes, because it's important for them, because what we do want to do is we've got a good squad, and we want to make sure that they're all getting the opportunities of giving themselves an opportunity. Sometimes when we go Saturday to Saturday, it does sort of stagnate them in terms of giving them a chance to go out and impress. So Tuesday night, Fletch, Sam, Tamani, Verms, there's a lot of lads there that can come in and stake a claim for Saturday, because ultimately Saturday is the priority. If I can look forward now and someone says you're going to win on Saturday, then everything will be worth it.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers.